I'm just waiting for other people to come in. Now, I'm doing this on Facebook rather than on YouTube. And I'm sorry that I'm not showing my face. I do apologize. The other camera that this tablet has, unfortunately, the brightness on it really sucks. So I'm pretty much stuck having to use this camera. And I do apologize. But this, of course, is my first what I got ever on Facebook that I'm doing. I might upload this to YouTube if you're interested. Because what I'm going to do, once this is done, I'm going to most likely be archived. And then I'll probably download this particular live stream and put it up on YouTube. So I just wanted to point that out. I'm not sure how many people are going to come into this particular live stream, but hopefully I can get more. And Nick, welcome. I do got to ask you a question, Nick. Do you, I should say, how many What I Got videos have you seen on YouTube that I've done? That's all I ask. This is one of the movies that I got. Yeah, I got it this year, now that I think of it. I got it back in April, I think. This, of course, is Kubo and the Two Strings, and this is the combo pack. Well, I understand, Nick, that you haven't been seeing as much lately because I haven't been hardly doing as much as I used to. But I figure for my first time I do a live stream, the reason why I'm doing it on Facebook rather than on YouTube, you have to buy a decoder, I think, and those, if you want a decoder that will allow you to live stream on YouTube, there are free ones, but the problem is, in order to get the full features, you have to pay for them. So I decided to do my What I Got this way on Facebook, but I will upload this to YouTube. I just wanted to point that out. Well, I understand, Nick. I really do. I don't know if Frank is watching, but if you're watching, Frank, I hope you're enjoying. I got more to show. I'm just waiting to see how many people are coming into the room, because I'm going to be showing more. Because the thing about it is, I got quite a bit. This is not the only one that I have. I got more to show. Well, I think I'm going to get started right here since 4 people are watching right now. First off, this is Kubo, and I have yet to see this movie, but I did get the combo pack, which is pretty cool. Yeah, and it does have bonus features, as you can see right here. I got it with the slipcover. Now, this is a Funimation Blu-ray set that I got, Speed Racer. I'm still waiting for the announcement with the Japanese TV series. This is actually the Americanized version of Speed Racer. I'm waiting for the Japanese one too. Got it with the slipcover. Now, people unfortunately bash this thing, and I don't get it at all, because the thing is, this wasn't supposed to have the Japanese animated series. It's supposed to be the Americanized one. I just wanted to point that out. Yeah. So I'm still waiting for the announcement for the Japanese one. This is the Americanized Speed Racer. Okay. I think I'm going to show the Milk Creek ones first. And I'm going to start, and I know my friend Frank has this, and that is Bumpin' the Night, the complete series. Now, there is one big flaw with this set, and that's the fact that they put an entire season on one disc. This is a 2-disc set. Includes every single episode, including the Christmas special. But the biggest problem is, of course, the video quality. And that's just because they put one season on one disc. Meaning that there's a total of 13 or so episodes on one disc. So as a result, the video quality is not going to be as good. But the good news is that Milk Creek officially released Bumpin' the Night in stores. Something that Shout Factory did not do when they put Bumpin' the Night out for DVD release. Because when Bumpin' the Night was originally released, Shout Factory only put it as a selects title. It was a 4-disc set and the video quality was much better, but the problem was Shout Factory never released it in stores. Thankfully, Milk Creek decided to release Bumpin' the Night on DVD in the stores, and as a result, I got it. Like I said, the only downside is the video quality, due to the fact that they crammed 13 or so episodes on one disc. This is a 2-disc set, by the way, like I mentioned. Alright. Now, I want to point out that I talked about this with you, Nick. You probably already know what I'm going to show you. Even though I know that you don't have this, and I don't know if you're going to get it, I got Dennis the Menace, the complete series. Yeah. And what's cool about this, the video quality is not as bad as the Bumpin' the Night set. Because in terms of episodes on one disc, there isn't too much when it comes to episodes on disc with this particular set. There's only like 10 or 11 episodes on one disc. And that's the maximum in terms of discs for episodes on this set. It just depends on the season. It has every single episode. It's 78 episodes. Now, the only downside with this, besides the packaging, because it has the flimsy packaging, is the fact that this has the opening and closing to the second run of this show. It doesn't have the first run opening and closing, sadly. That's the only real disappointment with this set besides the packaging. But besides that, get it. Because if you enjoyed Dennis the Menace back when you were a kid, this is definitely for you. And you can definitely enjoy it with your kids. This has every single episode. And I'm going to show you why it's flimsy. I do want to point out. It's just a regular cardboard, as you can see here. And, as you can see, they're all in here, every single disc, and they're like in paper sleeves, but in different paper sleeves, unlike what Mill Creek used to do. And finally, I want to point out that this was originally released by Shout Factory, even though it was only 24 episodes. This is the Shout Factory release of Heathcliff and the Cadillac Cats. It has 24 episodes on it. I definitely recommend that you get this if you can, I was able to get this before Mill Creek released their set. However, it doesn't have every single episode because this was the only release that Shout Factory ever did. So what about the remaining episodes? Well, Mill Creek released them, and there it is. This has every single episode, including the 24 episodes that were on the Shout Factory set. Same sort of packaging and same sort of video quality as Dennis the Menace. However, there was a problem with this set. The good news is I was able to contact Mill Creek about it, and as a result, quite a bit of months later, it was almost a year later when this happened, I was able to get a replacement disc because one of the Cadillac Cat episodes, when you bought the set originally, was incomplete. Thankfully, though, I was able to get the replacement disc. And if you find that that one particular Cadillac Cats episode is incomplete, all you gotta do is contact Mill Creek and they will give you a replacement disc. I think the episode was on episode 25, and it was on the third disc. Just wanted to point that out just in case you wanted to know which disc has that particular problem with the incomplete episode of the Cadillac Cats. Now you know. And I can show you that the replacement disc was stored into here. However, I switched the actual disc, and this is actually the original disc with the incomplete episode of the Cadillac Cats. And I think if I can read that, I think the episode was Young Cat with a Horn. Yeah, Young Cat with a Horn. That was the no, wait a minute. Did I get that wrong? I might be, I'm not sure. I think it was Young Cat with a Horn, but I'm not sure. I just wanted to point that out. I am doing this live, so I just wanted to point that out. I was able to get the replacement disc for Heathcliff, and now every single episode is complete and uncut, because there is a cut with the one Cadillac Cat episode. But that's pretty much my Mill Creek sets that I got. Now on with my Nickelodeon sets. Now I do want to point out that I'm not going to show every single DVD and Blu-ray that I've gotten lately, but I am going to at least show most of them. First off, I think at one time I actually showed this in one of my earlier videos on YouTube. And it's Rocko's Modern Life, the complete series, which is an 8-disc set. And this is one of the Shout Factory sets. Because at one time, Nickelodeon decided to do a deal with Shout Factory to release season sets of Nickelodeon shows. Rocko's Modern Life was one of them. However, I do want to point out that I got a couple more complete series sets when it comes to Nickelodeon shows that Shout Factory released. This is one of the ones that I actually showed. This is Real Monsters, the complete series. I've already showed that in a picture. However, there's a couple other huge box sets that Shout Factory released of Nickelodeon shows. One, of course, is The Wild Thornberrys, the complete series. And the reason why it's so big is because there's more discs. Got the first 8 right there and the last 7. And I might as well show you the back. 91 Wild Adventures, which is pretty cool. And the last Shout Factory set of a Nickelodeon show that I got, Hey Arnold, the complete series. Now this has some errors with the package. One of them has to do with the year. It says 2000 to 2004. That's wrong. The show actually started in 1996, I believe, and continued until 2004. They got the 2004 right, but they got the 2000 year wrong. It's actually supposed to be 1996. And they say that it has 99 episodes. I believe that it's actually a 100 episode season. Or, sorry, 100 episodes series. And I wanted to point that out. And I do apologize for that. I'm doing this all live, so that way you can see the DVD, Blu-ray, whatever, box sets, movies, whatever now. And that's pretty much my Shout Factory sets of Nickelodeon shows. Now I'm going to do SpongeBob. Now I don't think I've ever shown these, so I'm going to show these now. Got a Halloween compilation of SpongeBob. And I got the complete 3rd season. And thankfully I decided to keep this because it does have bonus features that are not on one particular box set that I recently got. And I will show that in a minute. And that box set is the first 100 episodes. Now, unfortunately, this is the repackaged version, but everything is intact. All the bonus features and all 100 episodes from the first 5 seasons are included. So if you're a big SpongeBob fan and you find this at Walmart, get it. It's definitely worth purchasing if you have not gotten the first 5 seasons yet on DVD. Plus, I do want to point out that you should also get the separate season sets as well, so that way you get the bonus features that were included on those sets that you do not get with this. Because this has different bonus features. So that way you know. And I actually found out about this in a YouTube video. But I want to point out that this is definitely worth getting if you can find it. Now, eventually, I might want to. I might try to track down the original release, because the only problem with this is the packaging that was originally for this particular set, I feel was much better. But this is still good packaging. I will point that out, and it still looks nice. But I do know who I'm going to give this to when that person grows up. And you'll find out what that person is eventually. So that's pretty much it for the SpongeBob ones. Now I'm going to show you the Disney ones that I recently got between January and this month, actually. Now, I don't have the slipcover for this, but I might as well show it. This is Mona, and this is the combo pack of Mona. I haven't watched this yet, but eventually I will. And here is a cool digibook set from Target that I actually got thanks to my sister. My sister actually picked this up at Target. The live-action Beauty and the Beast movie, which I do like, but I don't think it's as good as the animated one. But of course I got the Target edition of Beauty and the Beast, which is pretty cool. And this is actually a book. And if I'm going to show you some pages. Yeah, pretty cool, huh? And those are the discs. And finally, I bought some Signature Collection DVDs and Blu-rays. Pinocchio. I was going to get the Best Buy one, but I just decided to get the regular edition. Got the combo pack. But there's a couple of things of Pinocchio that I do want to get eventually. And I might show those in a future video if I ever get them. And finally, now I know that Zarin Isaac and a couple other YouTube users actually has this. Bambi. Yeah, and the reason why I got these, I got this particular one because I wanted the movie with every single piece of dialogue intact, because when this was originally released on the Platinum Edition, and it was also one of the last Blu-rays that was released for the Platinum Edition, the problem was some of the dialogue wasn't included. And I found out that there was a replacement for that particular release, and I did not know about it at the time, so I was pretty much screwed when it came to the Platinum Edition and trying to get the replacement. Unfortunately, I was pretty much stuck having to have the original release of the Platinum Edition of Pinocchio. So what I did was I bought Pinocchio, the Signature Edition, and it's definitely a different transfer, a awesome transfer, because somehow Disney has been doing different transfers of their animated movies, and they've looked real nice. No loss of detail, even though there is no grain on the movies themselves, but the detail is intact. They do not use DNR whatsoever, and the transfers on these are awesome, both Bambi and Pinocchio. Whatever Disney's doing, that should be an example of certain companies that should do this technique that Disney's doing. But like I said, with Pinocchio, I just wanted to have the entire movie with every single dialogue intact, and I do have it finally with the dialogue intact. This has the corrected version of Pinocchio, so it's definitely worth getting if you did not get the corrected version the last time it was released. And the second thing, well, I should say, the second reason why I got these is for the digital copies, because I got Disney Movies Anywhere. So if I want to watch these movies through my Disney Movies Anywhere app, whatever not, because the thing about it is, I also got Roku, and I could also watch these movies on Roku as well. So that's pretty cool to have these releases, so that way you get the digital copies for free, which is pretty cool. And I might get some more Signature collections. I thought about getting Beauty and the Beast, and eventually I will. But for now, this has been my what I got live. Sorry, folks. Like I said, this is my first ever live stream when I'm doing what I got. Usually, when I do my what I got, I usually edit them and stuff. This is the first ever time I'm doing this live. And guess what? Everybody's gonna make mistakes. The mistakes that I make are intact. So anybody that's watching, if you have any questions, let me know. I know you are there, Luke, watching, and I hope you are enjoying. If there's anybody that did not watch originally, I might do a recap so that way if you missed any of the DVDs and Blu-rays that I did not show, or excuse me, that I showed that you didn't see, let me know. So was there any questions, Luke, that you wanted to ask me? And by the way, this is going to go, you're going to be able to watch this on Facebook, so it's not going to really matter even if the live stream's over. If you missed the live stream, you're definitely going to watch it afterward. It don't matter. But I will recap what I actually showed in this particular live stream. I just wanted to ask, is there any questions? Now, this is not every single DVD and Blu-ray release that I actually got recently. I got more, I just haven't found them. Eventually, when I do find them, I might do another what I got live. So that way you'll know what I actually got that I did not show on this particular live stream. And this will be going on YouTube, so I just wanted to point that out to anybody that is watching right now. So, does anybody have any questions? Is there any of these releases that I don't watch that, Luke? I really don't. I have too much. Right now, I'm too busy with other stuff. I was just asking if there were any of these releases that you have or whatever not that I've showed. See, I've showed Disney ones, I've showed Nickelodeon ones that were released by Shout Factory, showed some SpongeBob ones, showed some Mill Creek ones that I recently got. Well, I didn't recently get them, I've had them for quite a bit of time. One of them I had to wait for the replacement disc just to talk about in this particular live stream. And I even showed Speed Racer on Blu-ray. Just in case you wanted to know. Yeah. No, I just had questions before because I was going to end the live stream pretty soon. Since I already showed the ones that I recently got, and some of which I waited to actually show that I actually got last year. But this is not all of them. Some of which I still have to show, but that will be for another live stream. And the reason why I did this live stream is because I haven't decided yet if I'm going to do another one because I'm supposed to be getting a package, but I don't know what's it going to have or whatever not. I will find out when I get that package. Yeah, that'll be for another video. Oh, you are tired. That's all right, Luke. I did this. I did this before 11 o'clock. So, and the only reason why I did this is because I wanted to try something different, you know. I'm mostly busy with my life. I've been so busy, and of course, my life has just been has been has been quite different. I just haven't had the time to do videos as much as I used to. This is one of the rare ones for sure. Yeah, I just don't know how long I'm going to continue this live stream. Eventually, my friend Frank will see this, and he'll be probably surprised with some of the ones that I got. I still got more to show. If I can find those, I could probably show them in this particular stream, but right now I can't. So, okay, thank you very much. I think I'm going to call it because I don't know how long see, I don't know how long what I'm going to do. Right now, well, I might as well show this. I got this last year, Star Wars The Force Awakens. And I actually got Rogue One somewhere. If I don't show it on here, I'll show it in a future live stream. Well, people will watch this and will be happy about what I got. So I think I'm going to end it right here. Hopefully next time I'll show more. Peace out, everybody, and I hope you enjoyed. Good night, everybody.